VILMA, live in LA, season 5, episode 12, anniversary special, and ANNA MAY WONG.
GFN, Global Filipino Network. Velma, live in LA, live in LA. Velma, live in
and I would like to congratulate VILMA Live in LA celebrating 2 years of broadcast.
Hi, this is Herman Jackson.
Hi everyone, this is Elise.
Hello everyone, my name is Camille Cortez and you're watching VILMA Live in LA.
Hi, my name is Dee Foster, and I want to give a shout out to all of the VILMA Live in LA viewers.
Hi, this is Roland Jewett, inviting you to join VILMA Live in LA.
Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Estrada, one of the members of Asia's Power Dreamers.
Hello everyone, this is Carmela Antonio, an independent artist.
Hi, my name is Danny Lynch, singer, songwriter, music producer, and film creator. And I just want to say hello to all the other artists and viewers of VILMA Live in LA.
Hi everyone, this is Haya Kayamanda and I would like to invite you to please watch
VILMA Live in LA on the GFN channel.
Hello to all the viewers of VILMA Live in LA. This is Charmel Bajola and please keep on watching
VILMA Live in LA.
Enjoy!
See you there.
See ya!
See ya at VILMA
Live in LA. I'll see you. Hi there and welcome to VILMA Live in LA. It is still our 2nd anniversary celebration and I'm so happy to be here with all of you. So tonight our show is in 2 parts. Yes, we've got the interview with Anna Wong, who is the niece of the iconic legend AnnaMayWong, the actress, the Hollywood actress who broke so many barriers, who just plowed through and just, became such an icon. And to this day, she is still breaking all the barriers. And I was at the launch of the AnnaMayWong quarter, so we will show a bit of that as well. And the interview with Anna Wong was from a few months back, but it's perfect for tonight. So we'll have that. Plus, part 2 of our show is still celebrating our artists that have been here on the show for the last year. We have Charmel Bajola, also Camille, and we have L.A. Castillo, Deborah Manis. We have a little bit of Ray Ruiz, and also, let's see, we've got Didi Foster, Herman Jackson, and highs too. Marvin Velasquez, yeah, Enrico Garcia, and the crew of Pera Cuarta Serapi. Yay! All right, so on with our show. Here we go with an iconic legend, Anna May Wong, an interview with her niece, Anna Wong. Vilma live in LA and in Los Angeles. We have the opportunity to interview an amazing personality. Well, she is an event planner and also books talents. Plus, she is also the niece of a very iconic personality. So we would like to welcome Anna Wong right here on the show. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Vilma. So nice to have you, meet you, see you, and have. I'm so excited you asked me to be on the show.
I know. It's like, there's a reason for this because I heard that Anna May Wong, who is an icon, a legend, and she broke all the barriers, is your aunt. And
Correct.
yeah, and amazingly enough, this month is like the Asian, celebrating Asia on Netflix, and I just watched her, a movie about her. So, wow, this is perfect timing.
Yes, she's also Turner Classic Movie has made her the May's Star of the Month.
Yes. Oh my, May Star of the Month. That is so wonderful. Okay, so Anna, I know that you're named after her also. That's wonderful. What can you remember, or your parents? What have they told you about Anna May Wong?
Well, my father was her brother,
Hmm.
and my father named me after Anna May Wong. I have her American name, Anna May Wong. I also have her Chinese name, Wong Lu Song. That's her Chinese name too. So my name is really Anna May Wong Lu Song, but it's long, and so I just go by Anna Wong. My father would tell us stories for a long time. We didn't really know she was famous. When we were a child, we saw pictures of her, around the house, and she was so pretty. I would go look at her, like, wow, she's a pretty lady. And then as we got older, my father let us know that she was an actress. She's one of the first Asian actors, and she was a woman too. Well, obviously. And he began to tell us stories of how she broke the barriers of being a woman and a person of color as an actor. She worked so hard to get to get roles, and she wanted to be known as an actor. She happened to be Asian, but she wanted to be known as an actor. She was American.
Right, right. And, she's one of those that was in the silent films and
Yes.
transitioned into, sound films. And she was so good at it that, they were all so amazed, and yeah. So just tell us if you have any, memories of that.
Well, she did transition very well into what they call talkies.
Yes.
And in fact, there are several movies of hers that when people have seen, they've told me that when people see her talking, they said, wow, her voice was amazing. And she used to sing. She was a theater actor as well. my family started telling us stories about her when we got old enough to understand. And I was so amazed. They would tell her stories how she loved to be with her friends. She loved to entertain. She had a great sense of humor. She was very passionate about women being in the acting field, and also very passionate about Asians being able to get parts and to get roles in Hollywood.
Right, not to be typecast, right?
Yeah,
She was
exactly.
really
Exactly.
strong about that. And she spoke 4 languages.
Yes, she was multilingual.
Yes.
Yes, she was, and actually, that's one of the reasons when she went to Europe, she was very frustrated with the situation in Hollywood. There was a lot of yellow face going on. Do you know what the term yellow face means? It's when Caucasian actors are made up to look Asian for the part, and the Asian actor is made up to look Caucasian for that part. Which doesn't seem to me make sense. If you have an Asian actor that can play the Asian role. But anyway, so yes, my father would tell us very great stories about, she was a wonderful friend, wonderful entertainer. She loved to be have friends over. She was very generous with her time and her fans. She signed a lot of autographs.
She also lived in Santa Monica, and kind of like our neighborhood.
Yes. Yes. She actually owned an apartment complex. It was on San Vicente and like 7th Street in that area, in Santa Monica. And in fact, I recently met somebody. The Academy of Museum Motion Pictures did a 4 or 5 series, movie series on her. And they asked me to come by and do like a meet and greet kind of thing. And after, a gentleman came up to me, a quite dapper elderly gentleman, and he said to me, he goes, you're Anna? And I said, yes. Hi, nice to meet you, sir. And he goes, my name is Conrad. I lived in one of your aunt's apartments years ago. And he told me that one day she found out he was alone for the holidays, and she insisted he come over and hang out with them. So yeah, it's very interesting. I occasionally I do meet people that knew her, and a lot of fans. She has many fans. My family and I are so humbled by the amount of fans that still reach out to me and touch base with me on social media, and the ones that go to her grave all the time and maintain it. I have a lady that planted a very nice shrub by her grave.
Wow.
And yes, so it's very nice. It's very nice.
Because, you know, I could tell, you know, from watching one of the movies about her, that she was really all heart, and she really cared about her fans, about the people, about, of course, the family and the people that she worked with, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, that
And
really.
she also didn't forget her own family. My father was very close to her, and they traveled together a lot. My Aunt Lou, she was the oldest sibling. They would travel together, and so they were very, my father and my father were very close, but she was also very close to her brothers and sisters as well.
Right. Okay, so we were also talking about, you know, she is on a minted quarter.
Yes.
Oh, I'm like waiting for that to come out. Every time we see quarters, we're like looking, but I've already Googled, and I'm so amazed. So tell us how that transpired.
Well, interestingly enough, I got a call from the the head counsel for the U.S. Mint. And I actually thought, why is the U.S. Mint calling me? And he was very nice, Mr. Greg Weinman. He reached out to me and said that they wanted the U.S. Mint was having a new program called American Women in History, and there would be 5 featured women, and they wanted to do one of my aunt. You can buy a set that's like a whole set of all the quarters from the Mint right now. In fact, I just ordered them. They haven't come yet, but he asked if it was, what I thought, and I thought about it. And it was such an honor, and we worked with a very talented artist, and they did a picture of her. It's her face on a quarter, and they sent me the proofs and everything, and it was so exciting. And it took almost a year and a half, and the quarter should be in circulation, I believe, in the fall of this year.
Okay, because my friends and I were like looking at every new 2022 quarter. We're going, is she there yet? So I will wait until the fall. There's a new movie also about her that they're making, right?
Yes, it's a biopic. Correct. Yes.
Biopic. Yeah. This one is starring Gemma Chan. Would that be correct?
Yes, Gemma Chan is playing my aunt. It's produced by Gemma Chan and Nina Yang Bon Jovi. She's a very talented producer. She did recently, I don't know if you saw Passing. She's done Fruitvale Station. They are involved with Working Title Films, and we're going to be doing a biopic of the book The Laundryman's Daughter. It's by Russell Gow Hodges. Mm-hmm. And I've signed on to be a consultant with the project, and I'm very excited. I'm so excited that she's getting her due, and I think her place in history is cemented. But I think more people, as generations go by, I want to make sure that everybody knows who she is and what her legacy is. I want to keep that alive. I'm very passionate about that.
Yeah, I mean, I can feel it too. I mean, just the fact that she was the first female Asian, that got into the Hollywood movies, plus in Europe, she basically broke all the barriers, and to be that iconic, and I'm happy because I know you. It's like,
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I know a little bit of that. I'm like, oh, okay. So with that, I'm truly honored as well that
thank you
on the show. Okay.
She but when she went to Europe, she was very disillusioned about the state of Hollywood. And I think it's in Europe, everything's a little bit different. Like you can smoke there. Well, this is back in the day, and people were more accepting of different things as opposed to in the United States. And so she was on the stage. She did readings. She did acting. She saw her friends. She was very, she had a great life in Europe, and she missed home. And she came home eventually, and she came home from some roles. So,
So she paved her way. She's like the lady. Okay. On occasions, book talents. Can you tell us about that? Because it's important to have someone like you, because there's a lot of artists that want to be able to play in good, venues. Yes. So how did that come about for you?
I started doing, well, my husband's a musician. And I started helping. He plays. Well, you know, the pandemic came, so he was playing live venues all around Los Angeles. His brother's a musician as well, and I started helping them book things. Then I was producing a comedy show for a while for stand-up comics, and then we blended in live music with stand-up. And what I would tell your viewers is, as an artist, you should always believe in yourself. And there's always, it may seem like it's difficult, but if you keep your feet on the ground and keep going, you'll succeed. You know, you need to believe in yourself, and that's what it is. But it is hard. It is difficult. You need to go to different venues. You need to be prepared to make sure you have some sort of even a YouTube video, or even a little video on your phone to show them something how you perform. You should feel confident in yourself, and never always, you know, call back. Like if you leave your name with a venue, and then maybe follow up in a couple of weeks. Oh, it's a lot of work.
Yes.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
Yeah. Do artists approach you, those that know you do this, or it's already been like word of mouth?
It is word of mouth, and it's also, I used to rep a lot of artists as well. Like I do a lot of street artists, and a photographer. I still do. I try to get them gallery showings and circulate their work and things like that. It is a little. It's mostly word of mouth. I haven't been doing it very well a lot lately because of the pandemic. Right. You know, there was when there was the lockdown, and then after the pandemic, a lot of venues weren't open because of, you know, mask mandates and things like that. But, you know, LA is starting to become, you know, like Harvell's is playing music again. Silver Lake Lounge is doing music again. These are places all over the area now that are beginning to open up to live music, which I'm excited about because people need to see live music.
Yeah, actually, I need to go visit Harvell's because one of my friends plays there regularly, I believe.
Uh-huh.
You know, Herman Jackson on a Monday or
Okay.
something. Yeah, I need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harvell's is an old school Santa Monica location.
Yes.
Been there for quite some time.
Wow. I got to visit that. So, what challenges have you had as far as, you know, booking venues?
The biggest challenge I'd say was recently the pandemic.
Right.
And I think it's us also there's a lot of creative artists in Los Angeles, and you can be a musician, you can be an artist, you could be a stand-up comic. There are a lot of people that are out there, and it's one of the things I found is that some venues will pigeonhole certain stereotypes, and that's hard to get. It's hard to get past that. But I'd say that with diligence, you know, it's really good to you just have to keep working at it. If you want it, it'll come, and you'll make it.
I totally believe that, because I said, you know, if you build it, it'll come.
It's clearly a matter of you need to do you need to believe in yourself. I know some people ask me, should I get a manager? Should I get a rep? You know, you can do that. Some people, it does cost money, but sometimes it's worth it. I know several managers around that are always looking for new talent, but it's not free. And so some people, you know, they can't afford to do it themselves. But if you go to a venue, like for example, Silver Lake Lounge or Harvell's, and you like what you see, you know, go up to the bartender, go up to the manager and say, hey, you know, I've noticed you've got live music on this day. How do I get in on this? Can I be on a songwriters circle? Can I show you can I send you a tape of my a video of my song, and follow up with them? And what I find, some people is they get discouraged, and then they kind of just stop, you know, they stop the momentum, and then that's difficult for them to get back started again. So it's always good to just keep going and keep maintaining the momentum.
Right. I think that's why there's the manager, and there's the artist, because sometimes the artists can't handle that. You know,
Yeah.
they work on their creativity and their passion for their music, and they can't handle the business side of it. Is it okay if we mention your husband since he is a musician?
Sure, sure, sure. His name is Nick Morris. He's got some music out on Spotify, Amazon, all those platforms. And then his brother's a musician as well, Kalen Chase. And they've got two bands together, and then they have a couple other bands and some videos and things like that out there. And they've been playing. Well, they haven't played a lot lately. They're currently got a show coming up, I believe, in Nashville at the Bowery Vault with one of their friends, Paul Bellantoni. He's an excellent pianist. So yeah,
Wow.
I go to a lot of live shows.
Yes, I'll go with you.
And I would love to see you the next time you play live.
Yes, yes, will do. Well, thank you so much, Anna, for being on the show and all those amazing tips. Plus, of course, firsthand on Anna May Wong. I am so honored. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Bye, everyone.